Okay, so okay, so the first advertisement I see is 14 things from the 80s that we're still obsessed with. I see that as an advertisement because it clearly says featured partner. Similarly, right here, the Droid Razor Max featured partner. Up here at the top, 10 easy pieces by Gardenista. Uh, right here. Okay. Right here again, featured partner. So honestly, it just comes down to that. Whatever one says featured partner, that's what I think is an advertisement. So technically, I care a lot, but this is one instance where I actually don't care that much, because like for so can I click this one? Yeah. So I guess like this one so so this one's I just clicked the 10 worst times for your phone to die. It's by the Droid Razor Max by Motorola. So I mean, so because they're not I guess there's some like relatability here, and like when you desperately need it's not I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it. Um I guess it feels like there's more of a dialogue here, as opposed to me sort of taking it in on the TV screen. I know this is still a little bit different, that I'm still like taking it in here, and the communication is very one way, but at least they've sort of reached, sort of gone along with the BuzzFeed format, which is really what I look for. I like the lists. I like that it's really clean. I like that there's either GIFs or like a funny picture or something. So they sort of get into the spirit of BuzzFeed, and that's what I go to BuzzFeed for that same reason. So I don't really mind it. That like I do in the privacy of my own computer. Okay, so I guess I usually do come over here at least like hot on the web, because I want to see like what's going on. What people are liking. I right. So I usually just sort of see what's going on. Um, so I would click this. So I guess I, I I also go to it for some news. I guess they do have like a lot of links to like Slate, and I do also go to Slate. So stuff that's like kind of nostalgic, from the '90s or something. Um, I will do that. Um, College expectations. That's something I would click. Something about Disney. I usually end up clicking. Um, it's from my childhood. It's that's really it. Something college related, I'll pick. I don't really click a lot of parody stuff. I just feel like it's sometimes a lot of the humor is too big and just not really funny. Um, so I would click the 6-year-old is going to take CrossFit by storm. So I would pick up like that. Yeah. So that's something I would pick. Stuff that's relatively light. I tend to click their lists a lot. So 31 innovative modes of transportation. I would click that. 16 ways. I don't know if that's something. I don't know if that's something unique to me, but the lists they're simple. They're clean. So one of the things that I will be say that BuzzFeed does very well, it's sort of like the Netflix recommended for you. That's one of the things that made Netflix so popular. Is that once you're done a movie, they say, listen, based on what you've watched, we think these would be you'd be interested in this. So I don't know if they're specifically tailor their content, seeing what I've clicked, but usually when I like reach to the bottom, there's usually something that like, or on the side, like as I'm going down, there's usually something that like I will click. Like for example, I'm 16 ways to tell you're in a comfortable relationship. I'm going down here, and there's 35 hardest things about taking a picture on picture day, like from like high school or like middle school. So that's something I would click. Um, Sorry, that was my phone. 35 people you could wish you could trade places with for a day. That's something I would click. So then I get to the bottom, and then once I've gone like all the way down, then I just X out of that and just go to the next tab. Oh no, so you did ask me those buttons. I never click those buttons at the top. I never click the categories either. Unless I'm like trying to find something to show somebody later, like a cat video or something, then I'll click the animals. Um, oh no, typically, so I'll click if I see somebody on Facebook sharing stuff on BuzzFeed. I typically will click it, um, but I myself don't share because I feel like I read a lot of embarrassing stories and I wouldn't want other people to know. So I would click indisputable proof that Jennifer Lawrence is a Disney princess. I don't I wouldn't really share that. It's okay. Oh no, it's usually pretty quick. It's like 20 minutes, I guess. So I don't really so typically like I don't like if there's ones with like a lot of like cuz I'm like doing this for like sort of lightness and some brevity at work. So I'm just sort of clicking through it and then like a lot of the ones with a lot of where there's a lot of reading, I typically don't just sort of skim those. Maybe between like 20 and 30 minutes, I guess. If you like combine like my whole day. So I guess I would also say there's a lot of like pop culture stuff that gets like too it's like overly just emphatic or like hyperbolized on like Yahoo. Oh my God, I'm not going to glamour.com. but so I don't go to any other like pop culture websites. Um, the other one, if I do, they're either like overtly like effeminate, or and that just kind of turns me off, or they'll make up like some crazy like crazy headline just for me to click it, and I'll like I'm sometimes kind of offended. It's like I know you're trying to get me to click this, and I'm not going to click this. It, Obviously, I don't like. That's just kind of the process that's going on in my. Um. So they have they're usually the headlines are usually pretty light and they're pretty funny, sometimes sarcastic, um, and I'll get a little chuckle out of it. Um, that's typically why I'll click. Like I'm trying to find a like a pop culture story that's not like super dressed up or something. Um, okay, so I guess these aren't very light. So I just looked like 25 celebrities you might not know are bisexual. So that's something I would click, and that is rather pop culture-y. Um, but uh, it's not like check out who's you know bisexual that you may not know or something like that. So I guess it's sort of hard to pin it down, but I guess there's a little bit more nuance in the language, and I guess that's what does it. Okay.